Personal branding is the new college degree. Wait, let me say that again. Personal branding is the new college degree. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. I have a literal doctorate degree. I went all the way through the education meat grinder and came out with 6 figures of student loan debt and a prestigious title. But you know what's opened way more doors for me? My personal brand. It's what's allowed me to build a YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers, making multiple 6 figures a month. For instance, this is my AdSense revenue just from this channel just last month, and the AdSense revenue is just the tip of the iceberg. I've gotten equity in companies without having to reach out to them. I get invited to networking events that I'd never have access to, and it's all because of my personal brand. And the best part, unlike college, building a personal brand costs almost nothing and can be done in a few hours a week. And today, I'm gonna be giving you the exact system that I wish I had when I was starting out. Now, additional to this video, I have supplementary resources such as AI systems, prompts, templates, and examples that I'll put down in the description and the pinned comment below. And these are meant to be useful and used alongside watching this video. So definitely check those out. Now, for those who don't know me, I'm Shane Hummus, and I've built a YouTube channel to over 1 million subscribers that makes multiple 6 figures per month. Not to brag, but to show you that I actually know what I'm talking about, unlike 99% of the YouTube gurus out there that are teaching this stuff. And today, I'm gonna be giving you the exact system that I used to build my personal brand from 0 to where it is now. And no, this isn't some fluffy, just be yourself BS. This is a concrete step-by-step system that works even if you don't have enough time. I'll show you how to do this in just a few hours a week. You aren't tech savvy. If you can use a smartphone, you can do this. You don't know how to talk about it. I'll show you exactly how to figure this out. Or if you have tried before and failed, you probably did it wrong. And I'm also gonna show you why the traditional personal branding advice is complete garbage. Because at this point, I've worked with hundreds of personal brands that were spinning their wheels and not getting results. And as soon as we implemented this system, everything changed. Additionally, there's going to be a bonus module at the end. Now keep in mind, I've designed this to be comprehensive and beginner friendly. So this is gonna be useful for you whether you're a complete beginner, you're just starting out, or you're an extremely advanced business owner. All right, let's get into it. I'm pretty sure you've noticed by now, everyone is screaming at you to build a personal brand. It's in your face everywhere you look online. And there's a good reason why people all over the world are building their personal brand. But here's what most people don't tell you. There's actually solid data behind all of this hype. This isn't just some trendy BS. So let me break it down for you. Audiences want to connect with brands that are present where they are. And marketers are finding success with influencer marketing, specifically those with niche audiences. And we've entered the era of visual brand storytelling, and the creator economy is thriving. And people are leaning towards authentic content. Authenticity resonates, and personalized marketing boosts sales. And the creator economy is absolutely exploding right now. Now, if you look at the top right, it'll say that in the next 10 years, the creator economy is going to be worth about $528 billion. And those numbers came out a few years ago. And that's what they expected it to be worth by 2033. Now, a recent study that we saw last year expected the creator economy to be worth about $1.17 trillion by 2033. So a massive jump. And then a study that came out just a few months ago says that the creator economy will be worth $1.4 trillion in the next 10 years. So it's actually exceeding expectations, and it's growing much faster than expected. And there's already about 50 million creators worldwide. And of course, many of them are making B2C content, meaning they're making content for normal people, not businesses. But B2B content, where you're actually making content for businesses, is growing even faster at 300%. So while everyone else is freaking out about AI taking their jobs or the economy tanking, people with powerful personal brands are completely immune to this chaos. Think Oprah, Dave Ramsey, Elon Musk, or people that have popped up recently like Gary Vee, Alex Hormozi, and Simon Sinek. All of these people have grown their personal brands, and it's helped them make hundreds of millions, even billions of dollars. And just look at what's happening right now. Companies are laying off thousands of workers with a single email. Entire industries are getting disrupted overnight, and the traditional career path is basically on life support. Meanwhile, people with strong personal brands are not just surviving, they're absolutely thriving. And I'm not talking about being Instagram famous or having a bunch of worthless followers. I'm talking about building a real, authentic personal brand that positions you as the go-to authority in your space. And when you have that, magical things start happening. I've experienced this firsthand. My personal brand has allowed me to grow 2 different 7-figure businesses from scratch. It's gotten me into rooms with people who would normally never give me the time of day. It's landed me invitations to exclusive events where oftentimes I was paid to attend. It's resulted in equity offers from companies worth potentially hundreds of millions or billions. And it's generated job opportunities worth hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And the craziest part is none of these opportunities came from me applying or chasing people down. They all came to me because of my personal brand. And look at the biggest names in any industry. They didn't just build businesses. They built personal brands first. Just as an example, Elon Musk has 5 to 10 times more followers than Tesla, even though Tesla is one of the most valuable companies in the world. And the truth is, people don't want to buy from faceless, soulless entities anymore. They've been doing that for the last 100 years and they're tired of it. They want to relate to, know, and trust other people and buy from them. And this is the new reality. In 2025 and beyond, your personal brand is your most valuable asset, and it's your insurance policy against economic uncertainty. Plus, it's your ticket to opportunities that most people can't even imagine. Now, the old meta, or the old best way of doing things, was getting a good education and climbing the corporate ladder. The new meta is building a powerful personal brand that makes opportunities come to you. And here's the best part. Unlike a traditional career that can disappear overnight, nobody can take your personal brand away from you. No matter what happens in the economy, no matter what industry disruptions occur, your personal brand stays with you forever. And that's why I say personal branding is the ultimate meta for 2025. If you're not building yours right now, you're basically signing up to get left behind. All right, so you're convinced personal branding is worth it. Now, how would you actually build a profitable personal brand? Well, I've broken it down into 5 pillars. And these are the exact steps that I follow with my clients who want to build 6- and 7-figure personal brands. But first, let me address something I hear all the time. I don't have enough time to build a personal brand, or I already have a full-time job. I have family obligations. I travel a lot. And I get it. Life is busy. But here's the thing. You don't need 40 hours a week to build a successful personal brand. For instance, I was recently in Thailand for a business mastermind, followed by a family vacation. Then my girlfriend got sick and needed surgery in a foreign country. And it was a really scary experience and I didn't have any time to work. And for 2 months, I worked on my business for less than 8 hours total. That's less than 1 hour per week. And during that time, my business actually grew. So the key is building systems that work whether you're actively creating content or not. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. Now let's get into the 5 pillars. Now, by the way, guys, if you're curious about how I've grown this YouTube channel and how I make these videos so entertaining yet educational, I am going to be hosting a live YouTube training on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I basically just revealed the exact strategies that I used to grow my channel to multiple 6 figures per month. So that's another free training for you. Pillar 1 is start posting. Don't wait. This is the step where literally everyone gets stuck. They overthink, overplan, and never actually push the publish button. And here's the truth. Your first 10 to 20 pieces of content are probably going to suck anyways. So get them out of the way. Start posting content today. But Shane, I don't know my niche yet. But Shane, I don't have the right equipment. But Shane, I don't know what to talk about. But Shane, I'm afraid of failing. But Shane, I'm not confident on camera. Stop with the excuses. Just start posting. Let me tell you a story about one of my clients. He spent 6 months preparing to launch his personal brand. He bought the most expensive equipment. He took courses. He hired a designer for his logo. He built the perfect website. And you know what happened when he finally launched? Crickets. Because he was so focused on the perfect setup that he never practiced the actual skill of creating content. Meanwhile, another client just started posting simple videos from her phone immediately. No fancy equipment, no perfect lighting, just her solving problems for her audience. And within a few months, she had a thriving audience and her first high-ticket clients. The difference, she didn't wait for perfect conditions. She just started creating. And look, when I first started my channel, I just made a list of things. 1, problems I had personally solved. 2, things I'd gotten good at. And 3, knowledge I had that others might find valuable. Then I just started making videos on those topics. For instance, budgeting, living frugally, writing grants, landing jobs, getting the most out of college, and side hustles. And I didn't have some grand master plan. I just started creating content based on my own experiences and knowledge. And you know what happened? The college content took off. So I made more of that. Then I shifted to alternative education, then careers, then remote jobs, then side hustles, and now I can talk about whatever I want. But none of that would have happened if I hadn't just started. So after you finish watching this video, I want you to create and publish your first piece of content literally today. Don't overthink it. And again, the supplementary resources will help you to do that, so definitely download those. Pillar number 2, you are the niche. This is what most people get completely backwards. They think that they need to pick some super specific niche and stay in that lane forever. And that's total BS. When you build a personal brand, you are the niche. You're a living, breathing human being with interests that evolve and change over time. And I started with college content, then moved to careers, then remote jobs, then alternative education, then side hustles. And I changed my niche multiple times and my audience came along for the ride because they followed me, not just my content. That said, you do need a seasonal niche. What topic are you going to focus on in this particular season of your life? Now, the way you find this is simple. Post content on different topics and see what takes off. Let the algorithm tell you what your seasonal niche is. And that's exactly what I did. I made videos on budgeting, college, careers, writing grants, and the college content took off. So that became my seasonal niche for over a year. Now, eventually that niche evolved, and that's fine because I had built a personal brand around me, not just around college content. Now, there's one important naming convention here. Don't name your brand after your niche because that will lock you in. If I had named my channel The College Degree Guy, I'd have been screwed when I wanted to talk about other topics. Instead, I built a brand around my name, which gave me the freedom to evolve. So name the channel either your name, which many people have done, here's a few examples, or name it something that has to do with you that you want to stick with for the long term. For instance, Meet Kevin or Mr. Beast. Now in the supplementary resources below, there's actually a niche selector GPT. This is an AI that will help you to pick your seasonal niche. And it'll basically just ask you questions about yourself, and then your answers will determine some good niches that you can go for. All right, pillar number 3 is you want to make educational content. And this is the biggest secret to actually making money with your personal brand. Most people try to create entertainment content because that's what big YouTubers do. But here's the truth. Entertainment content is harder to make, harder to get an audience for, and much harder to monetize. Oh, and it's also way more competitive. And when you make entertainment content, you're basically a dancing clown, a court jester. Your audience watches for the entertainment, not for you. But when you make educational content, you're solving problems for people. And they get to know, like, and trust you because you're giving them value by solving their problems. So you become an authority figure, not just an entertainer. And this is why educational creators can make a full-time income with just a few thousand views per video, while entertainment creators with millions of views struggle to pay rent. Let me give you a real example. Boogie2988. Remember him? He has over 4 million subscribers, and he recently went viral because he admitted that he's broke. He can barely pay his bills with 4 million subscribers. Meanwhile, I have clients with just a few thousand subscribers making $30,000 a month. One client gets an average of 500 to 1,000 views per video and makes over 10 million a year with this personal brand. The difference? Educational content that solves real problems for people who have money. I've got another client who gets 100 to 200 views per video. That's it. Pathetic numbers by entertainment standard. But he serves an audience where the average income is probably $2 million a year. And he owns a recruiting agency that places people in tech startups. And every time he places someone, he gets paid $50,000. And last year, he made $2 million from a YouTube channel that gets 100 to 200 views per video. Now, of course, these clients choose to remain anonymous because they don't want other people getting into their niche. But I have many examples of clients making 30, 50, 100,000, or even $1 million a month that don't want to be anonymous. And it's not just about back-end monetization. Educational content is much better for AdSense revenue too. You'll make significantly more per 1,000 views with educational content versus entertainment. And I've tested both. For instance, on my main channel, I make over $20 per 1,000 views with educational content from AdSense alone, whereas entertainment channels are lucky to make $3 to $5 per 1,000 views. So if you want to actually make money with your personal brand, focus on educational content. Solve real problems for real people. But Shane, I want to make entertaining content. Fine, go ahead. Just know that you're choosing the hardest possible path to monetization. You'll need massive view counts to make any decent money. And even then, it's a struggle. PewDiePie and Mr. Beast are the exceptions, not the rule. And for every successful entertainment channel that's making millions of dollars, there are thousands of creators with decent view counts who can barely pay their rent. Pillar number 4 is steal like an artist. Now, this is where most people get it completely wrong. They try to copy the biggest channels in their niche and they end up looking like cheap knockoffs. So don't be the Casey Neistat clone. Don't be the Ali Abdaal wannabe. Don't be the Mr. Beast copycat. Instead, steal like an artist. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, instead of stealing one thing from 1 or 2 channels, steal 100 things from 100 different channels. This person has a cool background, make your background just like theirs. That person has a great mic, steal it. This other channel has an interesting editing style, make it yours. This person formats their information in a compelling way, adopt it. And when you steal tiny elements from dozens of different creators, you end up with something completely unique, something that's genuinely you. So just as an example, this thumbnail that I made was kind of a combination between Graham Stephan's thumbnail style and Teaching Men's fashion thumbnail style. Now, when it comes to video ideas, this is the biggest mistake that people make. They steal ideas from massive channels that already have huge audiences. Don't do that. Instead, look for smaller channels that have videos that popped off, especially if their content quality is mediocre or even bad. And when a small channel with average content gets a video that blows up, that's a signal. It means there's high demand for that topic, but low supply for good content. And I call this the icon method. Find small channels with mediocre content that's still getting views, then make better content on the same topics. All right, pillar number 5 is to monetize strategically. Now, most people think that monetization just means AdSense, the money that YouTube pays you per 1,000 views. But that's just the beginning. If you're making $1,000 a month from AdSense and you're in the right niche with the right strategy, you could be making $50,000 or even $100,000 a month on the back end. Last month alone, I made $73,000 just from AdSense, and that's only about 20% of my total YouTube revenue. The real money comes from what happens after people watch your videos. So, how do you actually monetize a personal brand? Well, there are two main ways that I recommend. One is affiliate marketing, and this is a great place to start, or if you're lazy or you don't have much time. So basically, you're just gonna recommend products that you actually use and love, and you can get paid when your audience clicks your links and then buys. And this can work really well even with a small audience. For instance, I know people making over $1 million a year just from the Go High Level affiliate program. And Go High Level is basically an all-in-one business software. So instead of having like 8 different tools, you can just have one tool that works really well. And I guess I'll drop my affiliate link down in the description in the pinned comment below for Go High Level, just to show you an example. And if you're gonna sign up with them anyways and you appreciate me making this video, then go ahead and use that link. But yeah, think about it. The top affiliates for Go High Level are making over $80,000 a month just by recommending one product that they believe in. And the best part, they would have recommended it anyways, so they might as well get paid for it. Now, the second approach is to sell high-ticket products and services. And this is honestly the most profitable approach by a long shot. So this is where you create a premium service, a coaching program, an agency, or a product, and you charge premium prices, at least $1,000. Now this can generate significant revenue even with a small audience. And the beautiful thing about high ticket is you don't need many customers to make a great income. If you charge $5,000 for one-on-one coaching, for instance, you only need 2 clients to make $10,000 a month, and you only need 20 clients to hit $100,000. And when people come from your personal brand content, they're already pre-sold. They already know, like, and trust you, so the sales conversion becomes much easier. But Shane, isn't high ticket a lot more work? Don't I have to get on sales calls? Yes, you typically need to get people on sales calls. But here's the thing. When someone comes from your YouTube channel to a sales call, you're almost like a cashier. You don't have to be an expert salesperson to close them. They already understand your philosophy because your videos have educated them, nurtured them, and basically indoctrinated them in your way of thinking. So you just have to answer a few objections and boom, they're ready to buy. Now, along with AdSense, affiliate marketing and selling a high ticket product or service are my favorite ways to monetize. But you could also explore other monetization methods. For instance, you could sell a low ticket product for $27 to $97, and if they enjoy that product, you can upsell to your high ticket offer. This is something that's working really well right now. Additionally, you could do a low ticket group coaching or membership site, and this is gonna be a lower price point than one-on-one, but it's also more scalable. So you can serve more people at once. You could also do a digital product like a course or a template that solves a specific problem. But from all my testing and working with hundreds of clients, high ticket and affiliate marketing are consistently the most profitable with the least headache. And sponsorships are also an option if you get enough views. Now, there is one downside to traditional personal branding that nobody talks about. It can be hard to sell your business later. If your business is tied too closely to you personally, there's what's called the key man risk, which means buyers don't want to purchase your business if it will collapse without you. And that's why I recommend building what I call a hybrid personal brand. This is where you get all the benefits of a personal brand without the downsides. And there are 2 ways to do this. 1, build your personal brand first, then launch companies underneath it that aren't directly tied to your name. Or 2, and this is an option that you can do right off the bat, or an option that you can do down the line, name your business something other than your name, but be the face of it initially, then gradually bring in other team members as faces of the company too. So Doug DeMuro is a great example of the first approach. He built a personal brand as a car reviewer, then used that to start carsandbids.com, which he later sold for $80 million. vidIQ is a good example of the second approach. They have specific people who are the faces of their brand, but the company itself isn't named after any of them. And this makes it much easier to sell the company later. Now, this hybrid approach gives you the best of both worlds, the power of personal connection and the ability to sell your business down the road. Now, before we wrap up, let me debunk some common myths about personal branding that hold people back. Myth number 1, I need to be perfect before I start. Here's the truth. Nobody starts perfect. The only way to get good is to start creating content and improve as you go. My first videos were absolute garbage. Seriously, they were so bad I've actually gone back and deleted some of them because I was so embarrassed. But each video got a little bit better and eventually I figured it out. And making those first videos was the best choice I've ever made in my life. And remember, perfectionism is just fear wearing a fancy outfit. It's your brain's way of keeping you from taking risks. So don't fall for it. Myth number 2. I need expensive equipment to start. Here's the truth. Your smartphone is good enough to start. There are people that have built channels up to over 5 million subscribers just using their smartphone. So focus on providing value. I know creators making 6 figures with just an iPhone and a $20 mic. And one of my most successful clients is still literally just using Loom videos, aka they're just recording their computer screen while they talk. No fancy cameras, no lighting setup, just sharing valuable information that helped his target audience. And last year, he made over $2 million. And the truth is, the best camera is the one you already have, period. Myth number 3, I need a huge audience to make money. Here's the truth. It's better to have 100 of the right people watching than 10,000 of the wrong people. Target your content to people who have money and problems that you can help them solve. Remember that client that I mentioned who makes $2 million a year with 100 to 200 views per video? He's proof that audience quality matters infinitely more than audience size. And when I hear someone say, I need more subscribers to monetize, what I really hear is, I don't know how to create content for people who actually will pay me money. Myth number 4, I have to show my face. Here's the truth. While showing your face does build trust faster, you can still build a personal brand without showing your face. For instance, my client Wiz started off anonymous. He just used an animated avatar. And then later on, he decided to show his face and he did a face reveal. And he was able to start a 7-figure business anonymously before he did a face reveal. And there are plenty of successful faceless channels out there. But here's what I will say. Showing your face makes everything significantly easier. It builds trust faster, it creates a stronger connection, and it makes you harder to copy. But if you're absolutely terrified of being on camera, start with your voice. Do voiceover videos with slides or screen recordings, then gradually work your way up to showing your face when you're more comfortable. Myth number 5, I need to post every day. Here's the truth. Consistency matters more than frequency. It's better to post once a week consistently than to burn out trying to post daily. This is a marathon and not a sprint, and I'd rather see you post one video consistently per week for a year than to post daily for a month and then get burned out and disappear. So set a realistic schedule that you can maintain long term. For most people starting out with a full-time job, that's gonna be 1 to 3 videos per week maximum. Myth number 6, I need to be an expert. Here's the truth. You just need to be a few steps ahead of your audience. Share what you're learning as you're learning it. Some of the most compelling content comes from people who are on the journey themselves of becoming better at whatever their niche is. So document what you're learning. Share your mistakes and your breakthroughs. And this actually builds more trust than trying to position yourself as the all-knowing guru when you aren't.
What's happening, guys? In the editing process of this video, and I have an opportunity for a select group of people. So these are people who are serious about growing their personal brand on YouTube. So basically, we figured out recently how to grow a personal brand and combine all the upsides of a personal brand with the upsides of automation, right? Using AI, using things like this to basically grow your personal brand 10 times faster, which in the past used to take decades to do. And now you can do it significantly faster. And you can do this to get a better job. You know, we work with beginners that just want to get a better job with their personal brand. You can do this to make money as a side hustle. We work with a lot of people like that. We can do this to make more money if you already have a side hustle or a small business. Or if you're already crushing it on YouTube, we can help you crush it 10 times more. We've worked with people like that as well. I mean, I literally can show clients at each level. People that we've gotten from 0 to over 10K, 0 to like over 30K, from like 1K per month all the way up to 185K per month, from around 30K per month all the way up to over 500K per month. So literally at every single level, and it works for everyone in every situation. With that being said, we are only working with 3 to 5 people, and they have to be people who are very serious, right? People who are dedicated to making this work. So if you think you're that type of person, go ahead and apply it down in the description and the pinned comment below, and you can be part of our group of 3 to 5 that we help. So see you there. Have a good one.
Myth number 7, it's too late to start. Here's the truth. Every successful person that you admire started from 0 at some point. And the best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is today. And every month I hear people say YouTube is saturated or TikTok is dying or whatever the excuse is. Meanwhile, new creators are breaking out and building 6- and 7-figure personal brands every single day. And the crazy thing is, building your personal brand can be incredible for your career as well. One of my clients got an offer from 2 different FANG companies just by building their personal brand and making tutorial videos that are useful to other people in the industry. So the platforms and strategies might change, but the principles of providing value and building relationships will never go out of style. Now let's talk about how to get started today, because you're probably thinking, all right, what's the action plan? So here's exactly what you need to do starting today. One, create your first piece of content right now. Don't overthink it. Just make something and put it out there. Remember, your first videos are going to suck anyways, so just get them out of the way and start the learning process. I remember my first videos were absolutely terrible. The lighting was bad, the audio was worse, and I rambled like a madman. But those crappy videos were necessary stepping stones. And just like you won't get in shape unless you consistently go to the gym, you're not gonna get better at content creation and building your personal brand unless you consistently create content. Number 2, set up your platforms properly. I recommend starting with YouTube as your main platform, then syndicating to other platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram. But don't spread yourself too thin. Master one platform first. YouTube is the most profitable and the best platform overall, then expand. And one well-executed platform is gonna be worth more than 5 that aren't done well. Number 3, create a simple content schedule that you can actually stick to. Even if it's just once a week, consistency is key. Don't try to be a hero and commit to daily content if you can't maintain it. Better to post one solid video every week than to post daily for 2 weeks and then burn out and disappear for 3 months. Number 4, start building your email list immediately. This is absolutely crucial. Your email list is an asset that you own. Unlike YouTube, LinkedIn, or any other platform that can change algorithms or disappear overnight, you own your email list. And the money truly is in the list. Some of my highest converting sales come directly from email, not social media. Now again, the best way to set up your email list is to just simply use Go High Level because it's a landing page builder, an email list, a website, and a ton of other things all rolled into one. And you can check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below. And then number 5, pick an initial monetization strategy and stick with it. Whether it's affiliate marketing or a simple service offering, have a clear path to revenue. Don't try to do everything at once. Master one monetization method before adding others. I've seen too many people try to launch a course, coaching program, a low ticket product, a digital product, and a membership site all at once, and they fail at all of them. Number 6, build systems that scale with your brand. As you grow, you'll need systems to manage leads, follow up with prospects, deliver your content, and serve your clients. And this is where most personal brands hit a ceiling. They can't scale beyond their own time and energy. And if you're serious about building a personal brand that actually makes money, like I said before, I put together a resource that will help you implement everything that we've talked about today, which you can check out in the description and the pinned comment below. Or you can download it by scanning this QR code or typing in this URL. Now, closing thoughts here, building a personal brand isn't just about making money, though that's a nice benefit. It's about creating an asset that no one can take away from you. Unlike a job that can disappear overnight, or even a traditional business that depends on a million factors outside of your control, your personal brand stays with you forever. It's the ultimate career insurance policy. And the best part, you can start right now, today, with zero investment besides your time. So what are you waiting for? The best time to start building your personal brand was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. So get out there, start creating content, and build something that will change your life. Because personal branding isn't just the new college degree, it's the new path to freedom. Now, with my free videos on this channel, you can absolutely build your personal brand without spending any money. But you really have a choice. You're either gonna spend your money or your time building it. Now, if you're money rich but time poor, I highly recommend that you book a call with myself and my team down in the description and the pinned comment below. Because we can literally hold your hand and give you personalized advice to help you grow your personal brand in a fraction of the time. And what we'll do on this call is we'll figure out where you are right now, we'll figure out where you wanna be in 6 months, we'll make a plan to get there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. So check out the link in the description in the pinned comment below to work one-on-one with myself and a coach. And if you wanna see an example of someone who worked with me that went from making around 10 to 30K per month all the way to over $500,000 a month, then click this video to check that out right here.